Hello, and welcome to a spooky Halloween episode of Not the Labyrinth. Why am I not playing the Labyrinth right now? Well, it's because Halloween is completely unknown in the world of the Labyrinth, and I wanted to do something special for Halloween. Also, you may notice I don't have my normal texture pack on. That's because I'm lazy. Also because I think texture packs have to update to 1.10. Anyway, this pumpkin is annoying. Boom. Today, we're going to be building a graveyard. That's right, I actually have a plan today. And that plan apparently did not involve setting a crafting table down and actually crafting some of the things I needed. So yeah, I'm gonna need... Oh, that works. I'm gonna need a ton of slabs. You can see I've even gathered all my resources already. I shouldn't need my sword. I shouldn't need this. When did I get a name tag? Oh, who cares? So I have a plan. I have a bunch of the supplies I need, some of which I'll keep in the chest, and you'll see why. But we are building a graveyard. Ooh, spooky. So first of all, what we're gonna do is cut down some of these trees because the trees are annoying. Oh, wait, hang on, I think I forgot something. Okay, we're back. Shoot. Might as well get as many as I can and also break them up really quick. I'm probably gonna want sapling. I'm gonna want saplings from some of these, but but really, what I needed to do is clear some trees. Clear this tree. Clear maybe those trees over there. Nah, those can stay. And clear out this pond. This pond is not going to go away completely. But I do need to open it up. So I don't know if I've ever said this. I'm pretty sure I haven't said it on camera. But I usually have, like, an aggressively practical playstyle. My inventory is full. Anyway, I have an aggressively practical playstyle. I don't do much that's purely for the sake of aesthetics. Everything I build has to have a purpose, and usually once I place something down, I don't really want to pick it back up again. This leads to some very interesting constructions involving furnaces and workbenches in weird places. That's also why my bed is still outside of my house. Because I just haven't taken the time to move it inside yet, because I don't really want to. Eventually I will, because I'm trying to not be that aggressively minimalist practical player anymore. And that's part of why I'm doing this project. I also forgot to grab food. Shoot. Oh well, it's fine. Who needs food? There's plenty of animals around. I could just... Okay, well... Jeez, I thought I was so prepared for this, and I am not, because food is important. Anyway, minimalism. Wait, what food do I even have? Oh good, I've got bread. plenty of bread. Put this in my offhand. I don't need my shield for this. Yeah, so my playstyle has always dealt with, like, this, flattening out the floor over here, and adding this little decorative arc with an actual decorative elevation change. That's new territory for me. In the past, I would have just left that grass. And, like, even still, in this one, in this world, I'm leaving the walls, stone. What am I doing? Shoot. What am I getting? Oh, yeah, I'm getting a pickaxe that's not my diamond pickaxe because I know it's slower, but I don't actually have... I have 1 diamond right now, so I don't really want to... Oh yeah, this project still isn't done. I don't want to waste a diamond pick. I don't want to waste a diamond pick on this because I can't really repair it right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna craft a pickaxe. You should see some of my previous worlds. They're like, everything always has like a grass floor, always a glass roof because I love the glass roofs. Usually pretty small. I managed to build a house inside a pillar that can't have been more than like 5 by 5, and I still managed to get some decent living space out of it. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so why is an aggressively practical person like me building a graveyard? For a couple reasons. First of all, like I said, I'm trying to get away from that aggressively practical playstyle a bit. As a result of it, I'm rarely actually happy with how my builds look. I'm like, this is a living space, I have a good idea, usually one that involves glass. I have a good idea, I make it look good, but it's rarely, like, really good. It's never really good. And I know it doesn't have to be, oh, it's getting dark. I know it doesn't have to be, like, super, super awesome for me to be happy with it, but just having something look good is, God, this stupid shovel, is an important thing to me. Come on. I'm just gonna span the bed until it works. No, don't eat food, just span the bed. I've been watching a couple YouTubers. Why? There we go. I've been watching a couple of YouTubers that do building stuff, and sometimes that includes building tutorials on how to build certain things. And they've kind of inspired me to try and do better. One of them, Magma Musin, forgot paths were a thing. I was trying to eat there. Dang it. Now why are the paths... Dang it, now I've gotta... Anyway, the YouTuber Magma Musin actually inspired me to do this graveyard project. I'll put a link to that video and to his or her. I don't actually know Magnum Mucin's gender because they don't talk on screen. Anyway, I'll put a link to Magnum Mucin's graveyard video in the description. And I also watch this YouTuber called Grian, who is just he's a builder. That's what he does. He teaches you how to build. He builds things. He's not a redstoner. The redstoners I watch are actually tend to be notoriously bad at making their builds look good. And that and that may be part of the problem. The only YouTubers I watch are redstoners, and I don't get any ideas from them because they're redstone and not building. Where is my stone? Didn't grab any. I grabbed slabs. Wonderful. But this graveyard will actually have a purpose, and you will see that purpose later. My inventory is such a mess. You'll see that purpose once I have finished making it. Once I've finished making it. Not good. Let's do that. I'm trying to make this look like one of those ponds that's supposed to look natural, but just isn't quite. Because, like, just a shallow pond, kind of a natural shape, lined with smooth stone. That's what I'm going for here. Which is why I gathered a lot of smooth stone, the other reason being to craft stone slabs. Yeah, and also I just wanted to do a Halloween episode. Every good series has to have a Halloween episode, you know? Oh good, I needed more clay. If you noticed while I was over there, I actually have not finished, making the pots for the pots for the pine trees. I call them pots. I don't know what they are. They're just to highlight the trees in the house. The indoor trees. Indoor trees have to have pots, right? But yeah, Grian's building advice. I'll link to Grian's channel in the description as well. He gives some really good building advice, especially about stuff like working with detail, and working with shapes that aren't just like squares, you know. Whoops. Well, there's one less piece of stone because I don't have a silk touch pick. We should have some dirt. No. And I am already out of things to talk about. I had a plan for this episode. I had specific things I was going to talk about, and I've talked about them already. Oh, I know. With the labyrinth, concerning the labyrinth, yeah, it has. My labyrinth videos have had a lot of problems. You might have noticed with the frame rate. That should be fixed now. This video will kind of be the test see if it's fixed because I'm too impatient to actually do test videos. This video will, if this video has good frame rate, the Labyrinth ones should too. The problem is, my video recording program being a butt, basically. And doing something weird with defaults. This probably happened when I last updated it. Just remember I was having some problems right after I updated it. It was trying to... what it defaults to, it doesn't, for some unfathomable reason, it doesn't default to checking what you're trying to record and adjusting how it records based on that. It defaults to not video games. Because why would anyone use a screen recording? Because how many people use screen recording software to record video games? You know, it's yeah. So I'm a bit salty about that because it means that my Labyrinth videos have been really poor quality for no good reason. They've just been really poor frame rate. I'm not going to redo them. I'm not going to re-record. That would mean I'd have to start the Labyrinth over. I don't want to do that. It's just I wouldn't have anywhere near as much fun going through it the second time. And my commentary quality would seriously suffer as a result as well. What can I throw out? Pumpkin seeds. So, I'm not going to re-record any of the previous episodes, but from now on, the Labyrinth videos will be in much better quality, because having good quality videos for the Labyrinth is really important to me. I really want to make sure that those videos are good quality. Because it's sort of a momentous occasion, I guess. I don't have sticks. I am well prepared for this task, aren't I? Why did I carry that? I don't need that, or that. That. So, I'm glad I figured it out when I did, though, because I didn't want to do the super awesome boat ride with really crappy video quality. That would have just sucked. I love the boat ride. It's like one of my favorite parts of the Labyrinth, and I just didn't want the boat ride to suck. So I'm kind of glad I failed it the first time, although I was definitely a supreme idiot by bringing the diamond sword along with me first try, because I knew I hadn't practiced my alpha boating skills. Oh, that looks cool. Kind of made the mountain just kind of looked like it had a chomp out of it. Come on! Oh, my brightness is on moody, so it's actually gonna... my brightness defaults to moody because I had to change from alpha. So my sense of timing via lighting is gonna be all wonky. Back to work. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take out this thing the cow's standing on. Oh, I picked up the pumpkin seeds again. I might have to kill off some of these cows. Maybe. I'm gonna try not to. I need a cow farm eventually. There's plenty of them around. I just, you know, I don't want to, like, I just don't want to somehow accidentally kill off all of them. I don't know how that would happen. Just, again, there's a lot of them. I actually got pretty lucky with my spot. Like, there's three of the 4 different farm animals, of the 4 different animals around. The only one missing is the pig, which is generally pretty useless anyway. It's, like, it used to be the most useful because it gave you food, and now it's just the least useful because all it gives you is food. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of line this out in a sort of rough rectangle-ish. I'm gonna probably have to cut down that tree or go around it. I'm just gonna go around it. My next layer is gonna attach to it, but who cares? I want this graveyard to actually go all the way around this pond, so I might as well start on the other end of the pond. And I'm just doing a little of terraforming, which is also something that I've only recently started doing, for any reason, really. I don't know. Again, minimalist playstyle. I don't want to destroy blocks that I don't need to destroy. But these blocks, they need to go. Yeah, see, there's some sheep down there. That's always good. Especially since I'm planning on making some banners later. Let's go down right here. Okay, that works. It's like Bob Ross. Happy accidents. I didn't mean to place a slab there, but it's there now. Might as well go with it. I've never actually watched Bob Ross. That's gonna make that tree look all messed up. Yeah. I'm gonna need more slabs than I thought I did. Even if I make this, like, pretty long and narrow. But we'll just have to see what happens. Maybe I'll only build, like, the first part. I'll only, actually finish the first part of the wall, and I'll just continue adding wall as I get more stone slabs, or as I get more graves, and I will get more graves. And I don't like having stuff go right along the edge like that. I'm going to move this in or out one more. And then this, like, sheer cliff is going to be one of the walls. And I'll clear the actual hill out later. I just want to get some of this wall done. Yeah, I'll just get the important parts done for now. My original plan for the design actually isn't going to work that well now that I think about it. It'll work in a few places. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm probably just not experienced enough with this yet. I can't just talk constantly like a lot of commentators can. I'll probably get better at it with time, and as I get more things to talk about, but right now, that ain't happening. We're at almost 30 minutes already. I probably should be better with my editing next time. I am out of slabs. Good. Yeah, I'll just make some more. I need like 7. So I'll just do some sections of wall right now, so you kind of get the section of wall right now, so you kind of get the idea of where I'm going with the design. Also, I need to actually figure out how to do an exit at some point, but that will also come later. Oh, huh. Yeah, I have to go all the way around to get in and out right now. I will figure out entrance and exit once I actually have a wall that I have trouble getting in and out of. So yeah, we have a section of wall, and I forgot to craft a sign. Let's do that. Cal, what are you doing? Cal, you are doofus. I'm going to put all these... Oh, I did have more slabs in my inventory. I'm going to put all the actual supplies that I do not need back, so we can pick up these... Cow! God, pushing me around. So, oh, and I... Leaves. I don't want oak leaves, I want spruce leaves, because this is spooky. On over here. Coarse dirt. I need some of that. I'm only gonna need 2 of it. Oh. So, I'm going to build the first grave right here in this little corner. It's going to be a little 5x5 spot. And there's only going to be one for now. Partly because we're out of time. And partly because, well, you'll see. Yeah. So this is the gravestone design that was inspired by Magnum Museum's video. See, it's a nice little cross. And it's getting dark again. Oh, I'm almost done here. That is a bit too much grass. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna go sleep. And I'm back. Also gonna be putting torches all over the place for now. The torches are a temporary solution only. I don't really like how they look in this situation. I would much prefer to light this with either a solid block, like, well, I would prefer to light this with something that I can hide, so that I can have hidden lighting. I'm not sure if you can cover torches with carpet. I've never tried it, but I don't have any green carpet on hand because I don't know where a desert is. I haven't found a desert yet. So I can't actually cover stuff with carpet yet. And I don't have enough pumpkins to make jack-o'-lanterns. I only have the one pumpkin. Anyway. And here is my message. God, this... There we go. So this graveyard is going to be a death counter of sorts. Like, I have this little one up at the corner, but that only tells me how many, and not how. If you... So, each grave in this graveyard is going to be me. Or one of my pets, if I ever get a pet and then that pet dies. They will also be there. Why is it so big? Because I'm going to have well over one death by the time the series is done. You know. And, like, I'm going after the Ender Dragon. That is, like, a goal, is to go after the Ender Dragon. I'm fine in the overworld. I can be as careful as I want to be, and I'm like, I can be sometimes overly cautious, but if once I start getting into other dimensions, then it becomes harder to be careful, or to be cautious enough, I should say. Yeah, in the overworld, you know, I can sleep at night, I can be careful in caves, I can do all that stuff. But if I'm in the Nether, a ghast could just come out of nowhere and blow me up at any time. It's just the way things are. It will probably happen at some point. And once I get to the end, I mean, I'm not going to be able to get through the dragon fight in one life. That's just not going to happen. And I'll probably die a lot getting these supplies to go to the end as well. Okay, this chest is a mess, but this chest is all the supplies that I will need to make more graves in the future. And that is pretty much all I have for this episode. This was just a build. I'm gonna put my shield back in my offhand, and I'm gonna put some stuff away in my chests and in my other chest. But yeah, that's how the graveyard's gonna go. I'll probably work on it on and off screen as I get slabs, and patience, and it'll eventually go all the way around, and it'll eventually have more graves in it. I might even need to expand it, who knows? It all depends on how well I play the game, and how lucky I am. Because I wouldn't say I'm bad at this game, but I'm certainly not an expert, and and I am certainly, I don't know where I was going with that. Dang it, every time I try to make a dramatic statement. Ah, okay. Anyway. I still haven't finished the roof on this. I'm gonna chuck some sand into the furnace. Let that cook. Anyway, that's gonna fill up. Because we're gonna be putting ourselves in danger sometimes to achieve our goals. Right now, the main goal is to get to the end, to get the Elytra. The Elytra wings are our current major goal. But today was a special episode, a little diversion, and that graveyard will definitely fill up because I am no expert at this game, but I'm good enough to have fun with it. And I'm good enough to build a decent looking house, sort of. A decent looking half-finished house. A decent looking half-finished graveyard. Is there a sheep in my house? No. And both those things will eventually get finished. Hopefully they'll be finished before I beat the Ender Dragon. But that will have to wait for another episode. And the next time you see me, I'll be back in the labyrinth. See you next time.